Give me a second. Let me go live over here. I'll wait for some people to get in here, and then we can. Oh. Yeah, then we can get into some stuff and some things. Here. Nation. We'll also go to members only. No, not members only. Subscribers only. Sorry, not members. Subscribers. No. Let me see. Give me 1 second, and we'll dive into what we have to do today. I could not breathe this morning. My nose was stuffy, and throat was itchy, and eyes were itchy because of allergies and stuff. But getting through it, starting to, get into the swing of things this morning. It took me about an hour to warm up, maybe an hour and a half. As I was recording that last video, it took me a while to, to get into it. Thank you everybody for joining. Good morning, Matt. Oh, right from the gate. Good morning, Matt. You planning on investing in some meme coins with this pullback? I don't really have a desire to invest into anything new right now. But if I could find something that I'm gaining in and others that I see as opportunity, I definitely will do that. Yeah. Put my nose. But yeah, I don't see myself investing into anything right now. I do want to find a good place to invest into Pepe. I'm always trying to find the right spot, and right now it's at an $800 billion market cap, almost 900, or sorry, $800 million market cap, almost $900 million market cap at the moment. It may be a better time, definitely a better time than where I invested my first 100, and I understood that this was my idea, was that I was going to see a little bit of a pullback. If I saw it up to $200 or it would increase up to a $2 billion market cap, I would take my initial investment. But as we see more of a retracement, I would also invest at lower levels. Sorry, I just need to get over all of this stuff clearing up my throat and everything. So, hola, amigo. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Matt. Looks like some are trying to follow Pepe with zero taxes. I mean, you're saying like new coins that are coming up. They're trying to follow Pepe with like a new coin. Obviously, Schaefer has never seen your gray wall. He would have seen your degrees. It's not gray. First of all, it's blue. I don't know why he keeps saying that. It's blue. But yeah, in the video that he talks about, he says like it just goes like quotation marks like, yeah, I apparently have degrees or left my $100,000 a year job before YouTube videos, allegedly making $100,000 a year. And I mean, what's so difficult about that? I worked for a hospital, worked for a large hospital system. It makes sense. And I did more than just senior accountant work. My first senior accountant job that I ever got, it was $65,000 a year, but that was working for an urgent care center. Then jumping to a major hospital system to where you're one of two um, for that, you know, that side of things, that entity. I feel like, it's understandable why you would be making $100,000 at least per year. about that. So tell you the truth, it's not right there, but it's in the ballpark. It's like I can't say exactly what it is. I mean, I can say technically because I'm not there. I don't think it violates any terms of my severance package or anything because I've been removed from there for however many months or a year at this point, a little over a year because it was a year in February. But it was 97,000. So yeah, let's just go with that. Good morning, Matt. Scott Schaefer. Peace sitting down. What? I wouldn't talk about people like that. I mean, that was a funny comment. Um, but I wouldn't talk about people like that. We don't need to attack anybody. It's not about that. It's just about him doing his investigative work and seeing the whole story. He would know that I'm more on the investor side rather than me making a ton of money out of something. You can see the same thing in Shib, right? I didn't make any money in Shib yet. The only one that I really made money in that was a really popular position was Terra Luna Classic, by profiting off of that way beforehand. And if I would have never done that, I still would be profitable. And I would have kept 60 million, and it would have been a cleaner situation going from 43 to, $43 to whatever the value would be. Um, but yeah, I mean, I try to talk about risk management and safety and all of this other stuff. So anyways, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that. It does help out the channel. Him calling you a moron without knowing anything about you was out of pocket. Absolutely. That's something and I mean, he kind of implied it because he's like, anybody that calls investing into meme coins investing, you're a moron, right? And that's kind of implying that I'm talking about investing into meme coins as investing. And anything you're putting money into to turn into a larger amount of money is still investing. You can invest into Pokemon cards. You can invest into Funko Pops. You can invest into collectibles. You can invest into a lot of things. It's about turning that money that you had into into a larger amount of money, hopefully. It's not, it's the same thing as looking at, stocks. You're investing into a business. I mean, that could be a business as well. Um, Good morning. Can you calm my nerves about Lunik? I woke up and saw it yesterday and almost jumped out of my window. It's it's only a one-story house, so I probably would have just gotten some fresh air. Um, so for Terra Luna Classic, understand that right now it's not about just one position, and a lot of people like to make it about one position. And I'm not saying that everything is going to, I believe that everything's going to survive. I believe crypto is going to be really big. It's going to have massive use case behind it, whether it's, led behind Ethereum or led behind Bitcoin or whatever. I think cryptocurrency is going to have a major amount of success in the world we live in. Um, but right now we're seeing the crypto market down, right? The overall crypto market, as we look at it, let's go back here and just show you guys. Give me a second. I don't know why I'm clicked on this. Off of it. There we go. So if we look at the overall crypto market, it's currently down 3%. We're seeing Bitcoin, Ethereum down. We're seeing BNB down, XRP down, Cardano, all of these different plays that are down. A sea of red. Everything seems to be red. But Terra Luna Classic, as we go down here, I think it's in the 60s, maybe. Maybe even pushing the 70s. Let's see where it's at. Did I pass it? 79, pushing 80. So it currently has gained a 0, you're at 0.000089, kind of where Shiba Inu's high is or was. Um, but currently down 4% in the last 7 days, down 16%. Honestly, it's looking like it's dropping like everything else. And, you're seeing people that may have unstaked their position. Why you didn't see Terra Luna Classic drop as much was because people were staking the position and holding the position. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's unstaking, but you probably do have a majority of people that wanted to invest into something that was moving. And a lot of these plays are about popularity. A lot of crypto is what is about popularity. I still believe in where Terra Luna Classic can go. That's why I'm still holding on to 54 million, 55 million at this point, because I did gain some through rewards and stuff. So I'm still holding 55 million, and I want to believe in what they're going to do, right? You see the entire crypto market, it's not the most that's down, right? It's down 5%. You see other things that are down by 6%. OP is down by 6.4%. So it's not, out of, left field or seeing this in comparison to the total crypto market. And, Terra Luna Classic is crashing this much while the entire crypto market is crashing this much. No, they're pretty much one and the same. They're crashing the same amount. But I do believe in Terra Luna Classic. I think that it's going to, with all the people that are holding it, that are staking it, that believe in this, the team that's behind it, trying to create something new. Hopefully, we can get a way to, purchase on the DEX side rather than the CEX side, because it seems like CEXs aren't really doing too much besides Binance. So only time will tell. The unknown is what makes it interesting, and that's why I'm excited about that play. F. Schaefer. Anyone who's seen your videos and has been watching you for some time knows you and how much you work for the crypto community. Thank you, Matt, for being you. I appreciate that. D's nuts. I appreciate it a lot. It really does mean a lot when people actually see what I'm trying to do. It's not about just telling someone, hey, go and buy this position. There's been no scenarios where I've told people, go and buy this position. It's always, it depends. It's always like, play it at your own risk, understand the risk of you investing at this point versus this point, and just trying to break everything down so people understand it a little bit more. And the one thing that I'm trying to get from this, or give you guys from this, is to understand how to break down these time periods of when you're investing, how to invest at the right moment. Is it going to be the absolute perfect moment? No. 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 times out of 100, it's not going to go your way in investing at exactly the bottom. But what you could do is minimize the risk by investing at a retracement point, figuring out where the high point is of that level, finding a place to where it's going to retrace. It does end up retracing, finding a place to where it bounces, knowing that you have so much room to grow above it. And then you have some beyond if you understand the crypto market's going to grow, right? If Terra Luna Classic is at a $1 billion market cap, and you know that the previous market cap that it has gotten to was a $40 billion market cap, you know that there's so much room for it to even move. Even if you're looking for a 2x return or 3x return, there's so much room for it to move. And then if you say that this can get back to a $40 billion market cap or even higher than that, well, now you have a 40x return from where you are at a $1 billion market cap. So, and currently it's at a $500 million market cap. So definitely is showing a lot of room for growth there. Coinbase screwed over Gala holders by not supporting V2. Is that true? I haven't looked at it, honestly. So I'll take your word for it, but I'll have to give you guys an update on that a little bit if that's the case. Good morning, Matt. How was your weekend? It was good. We went to Hershey Park. We did that on Saturday. I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday. We also got pictures taken, the family pictures and stuff. So yeah, it was great. Absolutely great. Where's Pepe? What happened here? Why did this go to that? Is this a new way of looking at it? Why does this look like this? This looks cool. Looks a little weird, but it's cool. Um, so yeah, we're currently seeing Pepe that's down by 18%. Um, and we're seeing that retracement. So if we look at the last month, right, you could see that clear retracement. Where you have the higher high or lower highs that's creating here, lower lows, lower highs. It looks like it's going to find a way to create a higher high, but then starts to collapse before it gets to that point. So it's creating a lower high, lower low. So it's still within that trend of creating lower highs and lower lows. Thank you guys for joining over on TikTok. I appreciate you guys, and anybody that is on YouTube. Thank you guys for being here. Feel free to subscribe. It does help out. That's right, Matt. That guy just clipped something you said that fits his narrative. He used you to get clicks. He has like 17K subs. No, I think he has like 130,000 subs. But the point is that, and he's gotten millions of views on some videos. I think on the established titles video that I mentioned in the video, like I've watched some of his content, but all of his content, if you go through it, everything's on fire. Everything is negativity, and that's just what sells on YouTube. Honestly, it does. And you also burn bridges by doing that. And honestly, I don't think he's on here to make friends. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Maybe he's like people I would, we want you want everybody to respect him or something like that. But I don't know if he's on here to make friends or not. But I know he talks about a lot of people and finds the juiciest story he can find, and does some investigative work. Obviously, for me, maybe he didn't do any investigative work, or he did and he just wanted to fit a narrative of a person that got what, I don't even know how many views. It was like 14,000 or 17,000 views or something. I don't know how much it was on the video, but literally the title and the thumbnail of the video showed Pepe going down. Why would I be talking about pumping it if Pepe is going down in the thumbnail of that video? I don't understand. I said it's coming, and you don't even refer to what I'm talking about is coming, which is the retracement. And we see that retracement now. So it's honestly just it's mind blowing. I didn't think I would be on one of his videos because I am very structured in understanding risk and trying to understand as much risk as possible. While I do talk about positions that move quite a bit or very popular positions, I talk about the risks that are associated with them as well. And I also only really talk about what I'm investing into it, not what you guys are investing into it. If I hear you guys tell me I turned this much into this much, I'm like, great, you made a profit from it. Did you take any profit, or did you take your initial investment? That's usually my follow-up question, which tells you that I care about you capturing some money before anything bad actually happens. So, yeah. The Bitcoin's price is definitely deflating. Yeah, it's decreasing. Dumping ain't easy. I hear you. I feel like Dogecoin can 20x the next cycle. I wouldn't say I feel like it. I think I invested at one point $25 into it to see what it turns into. That's more of a gambling mindset. And then if we saw a little bit of a retracement, maybe I would be able to make my move in there. But I felt like a lot of these plays tend to run their course and get up to levels that are unbelievable for some of these levels to get to. Like Pepe coin to get to a $1 billion, almost $2 billion market cap is absolutely unbelievable. And I'm happy for all the people that made money. Did I make money from it? No. Did I invest $1,000 at the peak point? No. But there are some people that thought that this was going to go to a $10 billion market cap because people are telling them that it's going to go to a $10 billion market cap. Now, I'm not saying it cannot happen, because we've seen huge things happen with the likes of Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. But what I am saying is that you want to minimize your risk. You don't want to sit here and put $10,000 on this when you don't even put $10,000 into Ethereum or $10,000 into Bitcoin. So just make sure you play it with understanding the risk. you know? Mm. All right. Let's go through this and see what people are saying. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. The Pepe pullback is healthy. Yeah, I mean it's not unhealthy. I'm definitely seeing it at some of these levels. Like right here, it's bouncing off of this level here. It probably went a little bit lower than that. Yeah, it went a little bit lower than that. So let's say bouncing off of the 21 point because it did surpass this 23 mark. So bouncing off somewhere right here where you can see a little bit of success there. Now, if we see people that are taking profit, that are taking more and more profit, then yeah, this can, decrease a little bit more and continue that trend. But if the overall market is also decreasing, also expect that to fall as well. So, I don't know what this fall is all for, like why we are seeing this decrease in the market. I haven't seen anything in crypto news right now, but yeah. It kind of looks like Pepe is following the rest of the market already. Sort of. It's falling a little bit harder because of how much it gained. But yes, in the form of direction, it seems like it's following the rest of the market. I've been watching Birds for a squeeze at earnings on the 10th, and Shiba buying. I don't know what you're saying there. What do you think about last days of Lunic burns? What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. What are you talking about here when you say last days of Lunic burns? Like what? Like the burns that happened in the last couple of days? Let's see top burners. Give me a second. See if we've seen anything surpass. No, we're at 55 billion that we burned total. Uh, Finance, thank you for the last year. Wasn't there like a bigger burn that happened earlier in the month? How much did Binance burn right here? 1.2, 1.2 billion. Schaefer took you for a meme coin chiller. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand that. Can you tell us about the Blaze token and how it is burning Shib? It seems to be doing a great job at burning Shib. How much has how much has Shib or how much has Blaze burned in Shib total? Let me go ahead and check over here. Let me find go to home real quick, and then we'll look for Blaze, or we can look for skip for now. You can look for Blaze or look for Levi. Levi. Let's see. Breaking. My burn and build. Let's see. Where's Blaze? Blaze. Founder of Blaze. Oh, we can go into Blaze. It has 1,700 followers. How much have they burned so far? Someone tell me how much they burned so far. I mean, they probably already have it here somewhere. Are you ready? Maybe they would have it on their website. They should. How much they burn? Total ship burn. You're looking at 2 billion that is burned. Cancel. Where is it? So they've burned 5.3 billion, or yeah, 5.3 billion Blaze, and then 2 billion Shib. How much do they have in circulation? Look at their coin. How much do they have in total? Are they on Coin Market Cap already? Blaze Network. Are they in Coin Market Cap already, or are they not? Is it Blaze? It's not Blaze Network. Let me figure out their. Okay, so Blaze token, contract address, Blaze burn wallet. This is this also 10%, 12%. I don't really want to spend too much time on here because I don't want to do a review on something that I'm not 100% sure and how legit it actually is. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend too much time on that. Um, yeah, we'll have to see. Um, okay. All right, we got 180 people here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Answer the poll that's in the chat. Um, hmm. What do you think about last days? We'll invest in a little bit of Pepe, but going to wait a bit. Yeah, I mean, what CZ did to Lunik, he did the same with Pepe. Pepe should have stayed on Uniswap, and the price would be pumping still. Binance is the home of bears, shorting and projects, shorting the projects. I wouldn't say you're wrong, but I also think it brings more eyes, more attention to it when you have it on exchanges. And the reason why it ran so far was because of the fact that people can buy it on Binance, but they can easily sell it on these platforms as well. They can make money by getting out of the position very, very fast within there. So I want to keep this up on the screen. Um, so yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I also don't 100% agree that if it stayed on Uniswap only, that it would have so much success. There's so many things that die because they don't have the ability to extend to CEXs. Now, what I want to see from CEXs is for the CEXs to implement whatever the coin wants. So if the coin wants to burn coins, they should burn coins. If the coin wants to, put some money towards their community pool or whatever, they should adhere to that. But they don't do it because they really control whether they get on these exchanges or not. Eventually, it's going to be the point to where cryptocurrencies are going to hold all the power. And when these projects hold all the power, the exchanges are going to do whatever they want to do in order to get them on their exchange. And the problem is not it's going to be about people wanting to move off their exchange. They're not going to, because right now exchanges are either being paid to list it. So like say they'll charge them $100,000 and then they'll end up buying a certain amount or whatever, and the exchange will put up the money, or the coin will give them the coins anyways. They'll say, here are the coins that I want you to allocate towards it, and we'll pay you $50,000 or $100,000 in order to list it. But eventually, what will happen is that people are going to want to move to the decentralized space. People are going to want to move to the DEX side because they want to be able to use their coins for purchases or use their crypto for something that's another use case. And when that comes to be, right, when that comes true, exchanges are going to have a lot of pressure in holding projects, because if they spend money, like say if an exchange goes out of their way to spend money on a coin or a token in order to list it, well, now they have to worry about whether that coin is going to be bought over here and sent over to another place, right? And if that's the case, they're losing their money, they're losing their bottom line by investing into that position. So eventually, it will get to a point to where exchanges hold no power, and you know, the crypto companies hold all the power, or the crypto projects hold all the power. But eventually, we'll get to that point. Right now, we are nowhere near that point. And the sooner we have them, kind of adhere to what we want, what the community wants, the sooner that this will happen, where crypto projects hold more of the power and not the exchanges. Do you think Pepe will still run after a pullback? Do I think it will still run? Um, so let me see the amount of holders. Let me go back here and type in Pepe. Hopefully it comes up different. I don't like how this looks. I'm not used to it. I'm trying to go into the contract right here. Okay, just trying to remember where everything is. You have 107,000 holders, which you are losing holders right now. Now, 107,000 holders is definitely a lot. Did I think that it would absolutely skyrocket up to a $5 billion market cap? No. Did I think it was possible? Yes, I think it's possible to go to any level. I'm not going to say nothing is, something is not possible, because we've seen things that have happened at that level. Now, with 107,000 holders, and as we do get into more of a bullish territory, I expect this to find its spot to level out at, to where it feels comfortable, and then you'll start to see things that skyrocket because of the popularity. Now, I think this does have popularity. I think it will end up running, but the question is, how far will it run, right? Because that's a $1 billion market cap that it did get to, which is substantial. And currently it's down quite a bit. You see it at its lows. I saw it consolidating a little bit here, showing that it does have strength up there. But running is like a stretch. I see it getting to a point, like I said, where it levels out. It starts to climb a little bit, start to catch higher highs, higher lows, and then resist at a major point. My nose is itchy, man. Bothering me. Probably because everything else is itchy because of these damn allergies. They're creeping up on me, man. Creeping up on me. Why is Jasmine pumping? Jasmine is always pumping. I don't know what it's doing right now. I haven't checked it. I haven't checked it out today. But Jasmine is not pumping at the moment. It's down 0.4%, but it's also not down as much as the rest of the market, which is very, very interesting. As we go in the last 7 days, we've seen this move from a level of 0.006 or 64% of a penny all the way up to almost 80% of a penny. It was at a level of 79% of a penny before it started to decrease and create lower highs and lower lows. Now, currently, we're seeing this at a lower high, so it may end up having a point to where it resists away from here or here. To continue that, unless we start to see the market have a complete turnaround. If it does, then you see Jasmine starting to pump, and it breaks that lower high, lower low situation, and we start to pump. But I firmly expect, or fully expect, this to start a pullback somewhere in between this level of 75% of a penny before, or 73% of a penny where it is at currently. But over in the last 7 days, again, it's up 14%. In the last month, we've seen this move. It's up 36% from a low of about 54% of a penny. So things look great there. Pepe is still trending. Again, down 20% at an $880 million market cap, which is still insane, but it's definitely significantly lower than where it was at a $1.6 billion market cap. Come on. How are you not going to review Blaze token, Levi, but we're going over Pepe? Honestly, it's not about the position that's there. It's that when I'm going over Pepe and I see the holders, I see the amount of places that it's available on, that's less likely to be any type of rug. And that's no offense to what Levi has built. I just don't know what it is, and I don't want to sit here and put it on the channel if it ends up being something different, and then people do the same thing that Scott Schaefer is doing, where they take one little glimpse or one little clip and saying, look, this guy pushed this position and this position turned out to be horrendous. We know when situations get dark and you start to see decreasing in volume and nothing that's happening, that people tend to do really bad things, right? They take everything out. They pull out liquidity. They do everything they can in order to maintain how much money they put into it. But in the process, a lot of other people are losing money, while he's doing that. So, and I'm not saying that he will do that. I just don't know, right? And I just kind of want to protect a lot of the viewers here and subscribers here. And I know people may be invested into it already. And I would like to praise the amount of SHIB that has been burned. 100%, I will. But I haven't looked into the project enough or understood the project enough to kind of push something there. And yeah. So it's not about him. It's not about the fact that I'm comparing the two. This just has way more popularity. And way more places to buy it. So it's less likely to be that rug. What do you think about what do you think will skyrocket soon in crypto? Honestly, I think the next bull run will be a utility bull run where people are seeing seeing Ethereum for what it will be, because a lot of people are looking at Ethereum or looking at the crypto market, and they're like, what's going to be the next thing that really runs or controls the market? Is it going to be Bitcoin that continues to control the market? Some people are believing that. Others are believing it's going to be Ethereum. Some people are even believing that exchanges are going to run it, right? BNB is going to run the entire crypto market, and how you can see that move. But I honestly think with the use case that you could have with, Ethereum, the merge didn't really have the impact that it was supposed to have because it was a negative market. I think that will be that Ethereum will be that thing that takes everything to the next level. The Rich Action Show. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and thank you for saying good answer, because I makes me think of Family Feud. But thank you for saying that. It just I don't want to not review things, and I know that's a double negative, but I really want to review things. But I also don't want to take the chances in people just investing into it because of what happened or how much they burned with Shiba Inu, and then they end up doing something bad because we're in down times. They're not making money. They need to find a way to make money. And I've seen people that have gone from completely transparent to completely dark and distant, and they don't care about anybody else's well-being, including my own. And it just sucks seeing those people go from being so overly positive about what's going to happen, the future of crypto, to like, F crypto, I'm taking everybody's money. Like that, it hurts. Ron, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it a lot. Did you have anything to say with that? I mean, I appreciate your appreciation by, sending the super chat. So it does mean the world to me, We got 240 people here. I think we should have 100 likes by now. We are at 96. So if you can get me to like 100, 150, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Pepe has $1 billion market cap. It did, but it doesn't right now. I'm going to skip some. I'm sorry. Can you check out the poo chart? Give me your opinion on it, please. Yeah, I'll check it out. I don't know what. Is this it? Poo Inu or Poo? Which one? Which one is it? Poo Inu or Poo? First or second one? And when it comes to other channels, though, there will always be haters in the market. There's a chance you're going to make a wrong move, especially in this market. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to understand that people are going to make mistakes. The point is that you have to learn from those mistakes. If you're investing into something and you're like, oh, well, I'm 100% going to make money from this, so I'm putting $5,000 into it. That's a mistake. It's not 100% that you're going to make money. If you do make money, then it's great. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you were able to make money from it. But there's a lot of times where that will go completely against you. And some people make a name off of, doing that, where you have the Dogecoin millionaire that invested $180,000 into Dogecoin when it wasn't even at the bottom. It was at a low point, but it wasn't even at the bottom. So that's taking a huge risk, and he was able to capitalize on that risk, gain a hell of a lot, but then didn't take anything from the investment, didn't show that he was a true investor and wanted to be there for the gains as well as sitting on what was left. He could have taken half of that position and kept some in there, and then he would have been able to invest $1 million+ into so many other projects, or technically less because he would have had to pay taxes on it. But the point is that he would have had money to put into other investments, and he still would have been able to build his following on YouTube and on Twitter and go from there. I just feel like he gave up a large opportunity. So you learn from that. And hopefully when it gets to that point again, he finds a way to take some of his investment. You always have to learn from your mistakes. I saw that Voyager is liquidating and will liquidate their assets since all purchasing agreements have flopped. I think that will make another huge dump for Lunic among other cryptos. You're probably right. I would definitely agree with you. Whoa, Ron. Hey man, what's your thoughts on Monkey's token? Based on the narrative that Elon has a list called Monkeys that only 8K people know about. Thank you in advance. Well, thank you for the super chat, first of all. I appreciate that a lot. So you're saying that this new token, or this token here, people are talking about, give me a second on this POO investment. But you're saying that people are talking about Monkeys because of a Elon investment, Elon has a list called Monkeys, and that's why only 8K people know about it. Well, you're seeing it $7.4 million market cap. To give you an honest opinion, I think a lot of people are trying to follow, since Elon has anything that he can mention multiple times, they're trying to create something new that he can mention multiple times that will create a pump, right? And honestly, that's not something you can live off of when it comes to a cryptocurrency. That's not something you see as a use case, or something that will absolutely skyrocket this overall position and keep it there, right? It's a way to increase the position very, very quickly, but then also decrease the position as it starts to get to higher levels. So I honestly don't really like positions like that create hype based off of what somebody accidentally mentions or what somebody does mention. Because like you look at Dogecoin, and Dogecoin receives the most hype when Elon finds a way to talk about it or does something. He changes the logo for Twitter to Shiba Inu dog, and it's like boom, Shiba, Doge, Floki are all running because of that. And I honestly don't like when that's the only reason that you can see something that runs. And if that's the reason why you're seeing this that's up 9% now versus the rest of the market, that's not something that's sustainable. Now, who knows what the person that created this is going to do with it, but currently it's at a $7.4 million market cap. We're seeing this at a 0.00001401 dollar price. If we're looking at the total supply, we can see the max supply here has about 500 billion coins. Trying to see the total supply that's out there. Self-reported circulating supply says that there's 500 billion that is released. If that's true, there's no dilution in the position, which could be a good thing if you're looking to find a right place to invest. But let's look at the different contract, and I hope this is the right one that I'm reviewing, because I'm going kind of in depth into this. You have about 3,400 holders. I would think that you would have more if only 8K people do know about this. You do have an address here for VB. I don't know what VB is, but it has 22%, which is not something I like to see. 3% for an open wallet. That's not horrible. 3% for a contract address. So overall, it doesn't look great besides this VB wallet, which I don't know what that is. So honestly, I think it's it's whether you want to find something where you're just going to have a short-term gain and that's all that it would be about, because that's what it seems like this would be. And hopefully this is the right play. If it's not, I would be a little upset. Let me find you. Let me see if you responded to it after you sent that. Thank you for that super chat. I greatly appreciate that, though. I agree with you on people promoting something, and it runs because of the fame is manipulation. They buy 100 million, then promote knowing after the effects. Yeah, I would agree. The owner is doxxed, not sold a single penny. Uh, wait, not sold a single penny. Sold 22%. Is owned by Vitalik. Is it owned by Vitalik because they sent it to him or because he purchased it? There's a difference between the two, right? There's a lot of crypto projects that will send coins directly to Vitalik because they feel like they have his like wallet address and they'll send it to him and say, oh, it's owned by Vitalik, and that's what VB stands for. Um, and really, it's not about being owned by Vitalik. It's about people giving that to Vitalik. It's like he has a storage locker that people are just sending coins to so that they can say, "Hey, this is owned by Vitalik," and then that's not a good situation because then he doesn't want to sell it. He just wants to probably burn it, and then it looks like a whole different situation. We're familiar with the ownership and the dev team on Monkey. Take a look further if you wish. Have you heard about Pepe DAO in a pre-sale? No, I haven't. But anytime something popular comes out, there's always going to be people that follow. There's always going to be different crypto projects and things that follow there. This looks legit. Strong community. That's Vitalik's wallet, and it's blacklisted. Imagine when he finds out. It's not going to be the best situation. I don't. The thing about like these things, like I said, when things are sent to Vitalik or sent to somebody that's popular, that you have their wallet address and say, hey, this is this person's wallet. I mean, honestly, it's just not say it's a scheme, but it's a way to say that somebody popular is pushing this. But in reality, they're most likely not. I'm not going to say that it's a horrible situation or anything, but um, I'm sure that they're trying to kind of repeat the success that Shib has when um, coins are sent to Vitalik, and then he basically takes a certain amount and burns it off, which is huge news, right? To burn off Shiba Inu. Monkey is a strong coin. Not gonna lie, very good community. Monkey is definitely going to the moon. I'm recording what you're saying. I already have 10x and I'm still holding for a long time. That's great if you do. I just really can't see it. This guy don't even read his chats. Definitely didn't read that one. Um, Vault Inu is changing taxes from 13 to 0 in the next few days. So now's a great time to buy. You will definitely know about Volt by the end of this week. Just a heads up. I mean, if you find success in Volt, then go ahead and invest into Volt. Thanks for sharing your opinion about monkeys. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's all love. Like I understand there's projects out there that may take advantage of people, and I don't know if this is one of them. I would say that it wasn't. Innocent until proven guilty. I'm always that type of person in any scenario. Um, and I really don't think that that's the case. It doesn't look like anything is lined up. It's just, you have certain things that people do and or certain things that projects do to try and get a little bit more traction, and it works. And it's not a bad thing to do that. If you send it to Vitalik, it's not a bad thing to send it to him. And if he does something with it, it creates a little bit more hype. So it's understandable. It's just like asking for an autograph. If I ask for an autograph on my my Loki Funko Pop that's worth about $3,000, it brings up the value to something much more, because if I get an autograph from Tom Holland, or not Tom Holland, Tom Hiddleston, on my Loki Funko Pop that's worth that much, it raises the value more than any other one that's out there, because it has an official autograph from the actor, right? Um, which is something you're trying to do with projects where um, you have Vitalik that may do something with it. If he does do something with it, it's a headline. It's a huge headline. And now your cryptocurrency is going through the roof if he does something with it. I would love to talk more with you about it. Monkey's listed on CEX soon. Anyways, your brother, for checking it out. I appreciate it. Thank you for, appreciating what I've done there. It's borderline. I can't see that. But Vitalik can't do anything with it. That's the same random wallet they can trust. Oh, what borderline is putting it nicely. You're making a shitload of money. Who's making a shitload of money? MEXC sounds like a desperate exchange looking for volume listings. This crap tokens. They're making a lot of money. You're right. MEXC is definitely making a lot of money. Exchanges make a ton of money from listing tokens. It's not about the actual sale of the tokens at all. Sometimes it is, right? If they spend money on doing that, or if they're given the tokens, is a different story. If they're given the tokens and they're paid to put it on their platform, it is huge, right? They're given a certain amount that could be worth millions of dollars while also being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to place it on their platform. Absolutely amazing. That's why exchanges are where it's at. If you can find a way to make an exchange, that's where it could be where it's at. If you are a partner in an exchange, if you've created one, you're winning in a way. But also you have to make sure you run the numbers the right way, because if you offer APYs and stuff, make it competitive, you may end up going under like some of the smaller exchanges and even some bigger exchanges. I reckon Pepe is a rug pull, and in the time the rug will be pulled from underneath retail who chase green candles and fads. I mean, I can see a scenario where yes, that could be the case, but the problem is that you don't have people that hold huge wallets of it. And if you had people that held huge wallets of it, then I would understand. If you had like, 20% that was held by somebody, or 10%, that's not the case. I don't think that's um that there's probably a less likely chance that happens. Now, there is still a chance that it does fall from all of the retail investors that were investing at certain points, not wanting to lose money or not wanting to lose their gains. Um, there have been a lot of people that have taken profit and they're holding on to it to see what it could be. And then what they're doing with it is maybe reinvesting some at some of these lower levels, or they're just waiting it out. And since they already captured $6,000, $2,000, $10,000, they can sit on whatever they have in there because they already have their initial investment plus a lot of profit. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop with this whole monkey token situation. There's a lot that's going into it. We are gonna go to members only at some point. I don't know how many members we have here. We don't really have that many members here. I want to go to members only, but we don't have many members here. It's only 99 cents to become a member. I hate all the spamming and stuff. I appreciate the super chats that were sent to me. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the super chats, but we don't need spamming to make it seem like it's something, super popular. When this is the first time a lot of people are hearing about it. Hey man, I saw everything. Okay. Um, please don't spam. I just like to say I follow the Twitter feed and love it. Like overrun with it because we're a strong community. I mean, I don't know about that. It's more about like when somebody mentions something, somebody in like a telegram will say, hey, I just got this YouTuber to talk about it, everybody go over there and spam your thoughts on it so we can see this thing run. And that's usually what happens in every single scenario. You have a telegram that's already like 24/7 and they're like, hey, he's talking about it now, go and uh subscribe to him and talk about it. But honestly, we don't need that. We can mention it once and we don't need anything more than that, because then it gets annoying to a lot of the subscribers. You'll be on the list of YouTubers I have cheated on YouTube and they took L's. What? I'm not a fan. Rules Bitcoin doesn't need NFTs. Um, what are your thoughts on ETH taking number one spot in the future? I think it's inevitable. I think ETH has more of a potential use case than Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is strong. Don't get me wrong; it has a lot of people that are behind it and will continue to push this thing up and believe that mining is the future. I just don't see it. I really don't. That believing that Bitcoin could be the the world currency, I just don't see it. There's so many better options that are out there that continue to innovate, that continue to change, and do the right thing necessary for the environment as well as cryptocurrency as a whole. And I feel like Ethereum is that one that will take the number one spot eventually. I think it will be a fight for a while, and then eventually you'll see it where it's like, all right, this makes sense why Ethereum should be up here. How do you feel about being on Schaefer's channel? I mean, if I thought I would never be on there because of the fact that I typically talk about risk, a lot of risk, and I thought that he does like more detailed investigative work. Um, and if he would have done that within that video and not only watched 2 minutes, you would have seen that I'm not talking entirely positive about the position. Literally, the thumbnail is pointing downward. If it was going up, saying we're pumping this thing, you would know. You would also know that I only invested $100 into Pepe. I didn't invest, thousands of dollars into this position. It's sorry, one of the least amounts that I've invested into any cryptocurrency. The lowest amount and probably the biggest gain that I had is Terra Luna Classic being at $43. Um, so it's right there with that position. But what I did was try to get my feet wet. Invested $100 into it because it was available on KuCoin and I can purchase it. So I did that. Doesn't mean that I was absolutely looking for this thing to fly or take advantage of anybody else because I have $100 worth. Um, but what I was trying to do was let people know of the risks. So, and that's what I try and do with everything. So I was shocked when someone called this out on Twitter and was like, "Hey, you made it on his channel." And now I wasn't on his thumbnail, or in his title. He put some popular people like BitBoy Crypto and Meet Kevin because they have millions of subscribers, or at least one has a million subscribers. I don't know how much BitBoy has. Um, but either way, they have a lot of subscribers, and I only have about 200,000 subscribers, which is still a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm so excited and so grateful for every single subscriber that comes through here. I still check how many subscribers I gain per month, because I'm waiting on the fact that I can get to actually 200,000 subscribers. I'll be very excited. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's I was a little shocked. Um, hey, love the stream. What do you think of Bobo? What do I think of Bobo? I'm not sure. What do I think of Bobo? Is this the Bobo right here? Might have to sneeze. Oh God. I do a third one. That's a record because I usually never sneeze 2 times in a row. But here we go. Hopefully this is it that you're talking about. If it's not, then oh well. Currently, it's down 40%. That's not the best situation possible. We're looking at 100% of the supply, self-reported, 100% of the supply that's out there. 420 trillion. Yeah, we're looking at million, billion, that's just a lot. 420 trillion, 690 billion coins that's available in circulation and in max supply. $9 million in volume. You're looking at, or sorry, $9 million market cap, $2 million in volume. Let's see, go through holders. We're seeing 4,800 holders. No real red flags within the wallets. No big time like drops that you can have with certain things. You do have an open wallet at 3.5%, but it shouldn't have a major effect on it. At this moment, at this low of a stage, maybe it does have a little bit of an effect on it. But either way, it still sees a decent amount of volume that's there. You probably can find a level to make money off of it. Especially like the last 7 days where you've seen this retracement. You've been at a higher level where you were at a, let's see, does it say the market cap? No, just the price. Overall price of 0.00000058, and then now seeing it at 2080. Is that where it's at right now? Yeah, 2080 or so. Yeah. So you definitely see some retracement here and lower than some of these higher levels. So definitely breaking this point. And it looks like it held strong somewhere around that point for a little bit, and then fell down and now is around this point, which you're seeing probably maybe a bounce off of this level. So yeah, you could probably find the right point to make money, but it doesn't look like the most sound way to invest into a position. It looks like something that you would just read the chart, find a quick move, and then make some money off of that move. Pepe, $500 into 6,700, back to 3,000. Don't care if I lose gains or original investment. See, now I don't know if that's the way you should be thinking about it 100%, because you should be wanting to take your initial investment plus some gains. Taking $1,000 out of a position is great because now you can put it into somewhere else and you can have skin in the game still, right? To be able to take out, $500 or $1,000, you could gain so much more out of it. Stop spamming Bobo also. Literally, you mention it one time and then they're pushing all of these different things here. And once it's mentioned, it seems like Richie's plain talk is he's gonna stop you. So moderators are strong. I agree with them. 900-second timeout. Matt, do you think Lunatics token has a buying opportunity right now? It dropped to 0.00001. Did it drop that low? I haven't looked at it in a little bit. I was looking at the Uniswap side of it, or the ETH side of it, to see how much that was worth. And at one point, it was worth about it was like $2,000 for me. When I invested $2,800, but it was worth about $2,000 for me. But the overall MetaMask side, let me shrink this down to make sure I'm signed in. I am signed in, but at the wrong network. Go to Binance side. Let me see what it's worth. Lunatics token, which is worth $1,715, which is 140 million total tokens. Let me go to Lunatics. T. Do I think it's at a buying opportunity? I think it's definitely at a lower point that you can find a buying opportunity, because it has been a lot higher of a price point. But know that you have to find where it's holding strength, or where it can hold strength. And holding at 0.00004 looks like definitely a strong level that you can see here. And it does seem like, yes, we are at more of a buying opportunity, being down to, almost an added zero. Currently at a $586,000 market cap. I think it can go a lot further. It's just they have to do something with exchanges. And I think they have things that are lined up in order to do that. It would have been way better because they would have had these exchanges lined up if the ETH launch would have went perfectly, but we all know that it didn't. So you still have to, go through the days and see the volume that's coming through. Again, we're seeing $130,000 in volume. You want to see so much more. And I feel like Lunatics token can be so much more. It just all really depends on what they decide to do on making it available for people to purchase, because people are not purchasing this a lot on DEX places like the wallets and all that stuff. I mean, they are purchasing it there. That's the only places they can purchase, and LBank, but they would be able to purchase it a lot more on exchanges. The only thing that you don't get if you purchase on exchanges is the taxes, right? If you have zero taxes, people are going to want to purchase on exchanges rather than purchasing on the DEX side, which takes away from a lot of the development. But you still do have purchases on the DEX side. You still do have movement on the DEX side because of the use cases and utility that you created, right? Staking, NFTs, all these different things that you can do with that side. As soon as you move it, you have the taxes that are associated with it. So even though it's not 100% of the taxes, you still have to live with whatever taxes you have. So live with that. Go on and try and launch on some of these other exchanges, smaller exchanges, then push for the larger exchanges. And now you have a bunch of places to where you can see trading pairs. And I understand, like I said, I understand that you're not going to see the taxes that go through it. So you're not going to have a benefit from it. But eventually we will find a way to get to that point to where you do see more of a benefit. If you establish it there, yes, people are going to be less likely to buy, purchase, do anything over there, but you're going to see some volume, and some volume is better than no volume. And seeing the price rise and seeing investors happy creates more of a chance to get more DEX volume. Does that make sense? So I kind of want to talk about that. I want to make a video about Lunatics token today. Uh, I'll do it like that. Yeah. All right. We got 15 people over on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. We have 5.3K likes, 14 people here. Thank you for following. I appreciate you guys for following me as well. You can watch me on YouTube or on Twitch, and get some of your daily crypto and stock related and all this type of stuff news. Meanwhile, we are being misled. What are you talking about? Pepe is going to pump again. I wouldn't say it's not. How big is that pump going to be? Are we going to see it get back to $1 billion? Do you think that there's enough, holders into this and enough attention that can push more people into it? Because I think right now would be the time where people would want to invest because it is a lot lower at, down 19%. I think people really do want to see this get to an added zero level, which could be the case, and it looks like it's going to continue based on a lot of the information that we have seen in the last couple of days. Like you're seeing this hit lower highs and lower lows and continuing that trend. So I would probably be more confident as you do see it down here, because this looks like a stronger point than anything else that's here. anything that happens, let's look at the last 7 days. Anything that has happened in these last 7 days, right? You can see how this was up here is creating these lower highs, lower lows, right? All the way down here. And currently it's kind of holding around this level. We can say that this level is not that strong. Right? We've seen it push up and has no room or no gaps in between it. This level seems like it's a little bit strong, but this level is definitely not strong. So what's the level that we can see that is strong? Probably around this level where we're seeing a lot of consistency. This level will probably be very, very strong around 0.000001. And then you may end up seeing that bounce off of there if this trend continues. And it looks like with the market and how the market is rolling that this will probably end up making that move. But it looks like we may end up seeing another lower low and a lower high and then push down to some of these levels and probably catch two more lower highs and lower lows before it starts to take off. Pepe has Shib energy. I think it has possibly better than Shib energy from the start. Shib didn't really have this energy from the start. It had the energy after a little bit. But to see this jump to a $1 billion market cap out of nowhere, that's not something that Shib ever really did. Oh my God, I just checked back into the chat. And what happened? That there was so many people that were spamming stuff. I'm a traditional stock trader, and I dip in crypto when Doge was young, and now Shib and adding ETH. Yeah, I mean that's really the mindset, and I don't understand. Like I go back to Scott Schaefer's video and talking about how this is not investing. Anything like this could be investing. Yes, everything is a form of gambling because you don't know where things are going. You can have an educated guess on what's going to happen, whether it's in the stock market, or whether it's in the crypto market or whatever, right? But people are investing into these plays. They are investing into these plays, putting their money into it in hopes that it does grow to another level, not on the basis of any type of use case, because to be honest, cryptocurrency as a whole does not have a use case yet. And with the fact that it does not have a use case yet, that really shows you that you're not investing for you're not investing for that more long-term goal. It seems like a lot of investing in cryptocurrency is more short-term related with a long-term asterisk associated with it, right? Not knowing what it is. So when you're investing in plays like these, you take the gains that you have with something like this, and you're investing into something that's more believable to have a bigger use case behind it. Even though we still haven't seen the setup and what they're going to do here, you take some of that money and invest into Ethereum, invest into BNB, invest into CRO, invest in BTC, whatever you feel like are top tier cryptocurrencies in your opinion. And honestly, seeing Pepe at a $1 billion market cap puts it up on that list. It just doesn't have a use case associated with it or a potential use case associated with it. Richie, thank you for that super chat. Matt, will you look at Spongebob before that gets spammed next? I mean, I'm sure if I look at it, it'll probably get spammed because it seems like every time I looked at it or I looked at something, it gets spammed right away because you have a community that's right behind it. But thank you for sending a super chat and letting me know that you wanted me to do that. But currently it's at about 10% or 11% of a penny, down 16%. In the last day, we've seen this drop from a level of 24% of a penny. All the way down to a low here of about 8 or 9% of a penny before increasing and consolidating a little bit. If we look at the last 7 days, it kind of has a similar look as to what you saw with Pepe, right? Increasing to a certain level, it seems like once you have one like meme coin or popular coin that runs, everything really runs the same way. So if you're in that retracement period for Pepe, you're probably in that retracement period for Spongebob as well. And currently you see this drop a little bit harder though. It wasn't something that was holding up. It dropped a little bit harder, creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Like you're seeing these drop down, and now it's in more of a consolidation. But this could follow the same trend that you're seeing with Pepe because of that. Now we're looking at a $26.8 million market cap there. Volume, you're seeing $104 million has gone into this, which is definitely phenomenal to see. Self-reported circulating supply, you're looking at 24.6 billion, which is honestly not bad. Total of 40.4 billion. So it definitely has room to grow and room to believe that it can hit levels of multiple cents or maybe even pennies at that point. So if we look over the last month, this has only been around for a few days now, but it has had a little bit of traction and a push to it up to, like I said, a $26 million market cap. And this is just like I said with Pepe, except Pepe was at a $100 million market cap and then ran all the way up to a $1 billion market cap. However, this popular coin or meme coin, I'll put it in quotes, is following the same trend that this is following. So it's not about it holding something on its own. It has 10,000 holders into it. You're seeing the level of holders, and you're seeing a contract address that holds 29%. Uniswap that holds 12%. I understand that. You are looking at an open wallet that holds about 4.8%. That's a decent amount, but no like huge red flags that are there. I still do want to know what that contract address actually is for, but that's what you are seeing there. Let's look at the amount of markets that it's available on. So you still see some room for growth as long as they're looking to launch markets. If you can see Spongebob with multiple markets like add-on KuCoin and Binance and everything, you could possibly see a little bit more of a pump that happens there. But what's it beyond that? So it's definitely looking like as you see that run, it's looking like for a couple of days, it was like meme coin season. But hopefully we can find a hell of a lot more growth in some of these meme coins, right? Do you think Luna will drop a lot of the next few weeks? I mean, it's already gained a zero. I don't know if it will drop even more than that. If it does, don't see me doing anything with mine. I've already gained $6,000 from my investment from when I bought in at the bottom. But I still believe in this thing a lot further than that, so I still will hold on to it for a long period of time. Should I enter now for Pepe coin? I'm not going to give you a time period of where you should enter. Right now is a lower point. It is a retracement. If you invest now, you still do have the ability that it's going to decrease even more. You still do have the possibility, but you know that it has a lot of success above it. That's the thing that you can take into it as a positive. But you also still don't want to invest the whole boat. You don't want to, literally spend all your money possible on a play right now, knowing that it still has a possibility to continue to decrease. What you want to do is probably get your feet wet, maybe dip your legs in the water, and then when you feel like it's at the best spot that you believe it's at, you go all in based on what you've seen, not based on what anybody else has seen. I know it's tough to hear that because you're like, I just want you to tell me what to do. And it shouldn't be about that, because when I'm not here, when other people are not here, if you follow anybody else, it's about what you do, what you decide to do. Everybody can give you all the opinions in the world, all the information in the world, but ultimately it leads to you pulling the trigger that's there. So I think you got this. I think you got it. Here's my viewpoint on selling. Never sell anything you think is good long term. And just take loans against your assets like rich people do. Not financial advice. To an extent, because any market can fail drastically, and if you take too many loans, you can actually dig yourself into a huge hole to do that. But yes, technically, rich people, they borrow money in order to invest in certain places. A lot of times, it's real estate. You're investing into property, turning that property into something else. And they always say don't start businesses on loans. You probably shouldn't. You shouldn't start businesses on loans. But what you could do is, start a real estate empire on loans. There are people that have started with hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, and they're still able to build a real estate empire. So you're right on that aspect. But I don't necessarily agree with never selling anything that you think is good long term, because the point about making these gains, the point about investing is to continue or to grow your portfolio. If you stay with a position, like say if you stay with BTC forever and you held BTC from $1,000 all the way up to $69,000, you held 100 BTC. What you should do with that is, as you get to some of these higher levels, you take some profit. And when you take profit, what do you do with that money? You either spend it and you pay taxes on some of it, or you put some of that money into other investments, other opportunities that are out there. Because those same people that invested into BTC were investing into Ethereum afterwards, because they understood what Ethereum could be. They're investing into BNB. They're investing into this and that and this and that. And you're taking some of those gains and throwing it into so many different plays, so many different things that have long-term success, that now you're building a crypto empire that I wouldn't say wouldn't necessarily never fail, but you know that you have a lot of strength within those assets and totally diversified within those plays. So honestly, yes, you should never sell 100% of something you do believe in long term, but what you should do is sell a portion of it to invest in something else that you believe in long term. That's my opinion. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but take that into consideration when you're making your investments. But I get what you're saying, though. You don't pay taxes that way, except on the gains of the investments you're making using other people's money. True, that is a way to look at that. You should DM me. I have other fears also. I can't speak on here. I mean, there's some fears. If the elites are inclined to any of it, to take money away from common folks to make themselves richer. They know the little guy wants to get out of the rat race. That's true. Very, very true. They sell the idea of getting out of it. Absolutely. All right, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Matt, if you tell people what chart you use, then they can. Wait, sorry, I'm all over the place. Then they can look some stuff up for themselves. I mean, honestly, when you're saying look up charts, I mean, I just use CoinMarketCap a lot of times. It gives you all the information you need to see. And then a lot of times when you go through this, you can look at detailed candlesticks as well, and you can break everything down that way. And it looks a lot better. If you're looking to do short term, you can see, a lot there. Obviously, I would recommend using an exchange because you get up-to-date information. But typically, I'm just using CoinMarketCap to get all my information on whether things are long-term or short-term, and getting all the news with it as well. But it's nothing outside of that. But anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at PerryAK, you can follow me over there. I will have some videos put up later today about various topics, probably related to Terra Luna Classic dropping a 0. That's probably a good one that will get a little bit of views, and also give my opinion on where Terra Luna Classic is right now. So yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow my golf channel, follow every other thing that's over there, and my Patreon link that's in the description. But I'm going to get out of here.